So we've done quite a bit of work to the back of this. We got the steel tubing bumper on. I put it as high as I could pretty much go without hitting the body. I got it 9 wired to the shell like it says. Now I did cut some plates that are 1/4 inch 3x6. Now I read in the rules that I could have plates holding the bumper on. So what I'd really like to do is I'd really like to do something like that where it welds the bumper to the back of the car to the trunk lid. But I'm gonna see if I'm actually allowed to do that. I'm gonna message him today. Hopefully he gets back to me and I can see if I can do that, because it would kind of help the trunk lid stay to the body stay to the bumper. But we got the trunk seat belted shut. We got the 9 wire to hold the bumper on. We got bolts holding the bumper on. But the thing that I think they're not going to like the most about the back of this car, is the back window bar. I don't think it's going to do much. But my God, is it interpreting a rule very well. The rule says you can have chain in the back window. So I have chain in the back window. There's not one line in that rule that says I cannot weld every link of that chain. So we got it all together. I don't think it's gonna do very much. Like, if you look, it's got flex to it, but it's better than a chain with nothing. And then if I can put 9 wire, maybe I'll put 9 wire from here to the chain to the other side. I don't know. We'll have to see what I can do or not. It says I'm allowed 2 pieces. So if I take a 9 wire from here, run it through here, and then to this side, and then tighten this side and tighten that side. As far as I'm concerned, that's just 1 piece of 9 wire. But we will have to see if I'm allowed to do that or not. The back of this car, I'm hoping, is a big weapon at this derby. I'd really like to see how it does. And yeah, I'm kind of super excited to see how it does. So I'm going to message him about that rear plate on the back bumper. But as far as I'm concerned, the back of this car is pretty much done. I'm not going to tuck it. I can't do anything with the size of the height of the quarter panels or anything like that. So the back of this car is pretty much done. So we still have lots of other stuff to do on this car. Well, the interior still needs a battery and some cage, but like up here, we still don't even have a bumper on this thing yet, and we only have about 7 days until this car has to get in the trailer and I have to leave. So lots of work to be done to this thing still, lots of work. So I'm going to send some questions away, hopefully get a little bit of answers, and we're going to go from there. So I just got off the phone with the guy that wrote the rules. Not allowed any plates on the rear bumper. So the back end's done. Well, it's time to work on the front of this car now. And this week, they actually announced a new rule about plates. I can have 2 4x4 plates on a fresh car. Now, I am allowed a 3x6 plate to hold the bumper on. So I'm going to step this back minimum 6.5 inches, but I do have this bad spot right here in my frame, so I'm probably just going to weld that just there like that, and then try to get some welds on the bottom. And I'm going to do one on the sub, and I'm going to try to put it right there like that. I am allowed to cut the plates, but I'm not allowed to bend them in any way. So maybe if I go like this, I can also put it a little bit to the what do you call it, transmission mount. I'm not sure. But that right there should help the sub from bending, because that is the main spot that these subs like to bend. I'll be able to do that on both sides, because you guys remember the sub I had in this car was actually bent before this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a line for 6.5 back, make sure that we're past there. We're going to preheat this to get all of this fucking undercoating off of it. Oh, can you guys see that? I'm blocking the light. And then we're going to make sure that this is really clean so we can get some very good welds on this. So we have our first plate welded on where the bad spot was in the frame. Now we're just going to take the wire wheel, we're going to clean this up so we can get our second plate welded right there. So we got the plate on the sub, and I cut this off just because if I drive on top of another car or I get stuck on a block, that's kind of going to want to grip into it, so I cut it off. And before you guys even ask, I've already asked if I can already re-weld that back on, and the answer was a very sharp no. So that piece is trash. So we have the plate on the frame, we have the plate on the sub. Now on the other side, the frame is actually a lot better. Let's see if I can just... this frame is actually in a lot better shape. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna angle the plate like this in a diamond shape so that it kind of, I think it might do a little bit better maybe. So we'll have to go from there. And then we're gonna do the same thing, weld the same plate on the sub in almost the exact same location. Usually I like to put my plate over top of the actual factory bend point in the frame, but the rules state that I cannot manipulate the frame, manipulate the plate to the frame. So usually what I do is I get that plate glowing red and I pound it into there with a hammer and it kind of conforms to the frame. But because I can't do that, I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna put one here and then one down here. Might not get it done today before work, but we're gonna try. Oh buddy, she's sizzling. We got the plate on the frame, we got the plate on the sub. Some of those welds don't look the best, but it's on there. So these are my two 4x4 plates, and this side I am allowed 2, and this side I'm allowed 2, and that's pretty much all we're going to be doing today. I picked the spots of these plates to try to make them as best as I could, and make them as most effective as I could. But hopefully it works out. Where I put them is where the sub bends on both sides. I've ran enough of these Camrys to learn where the sub bends, and that's where they go. So hopefully by turning them diagonal, I basically take a 4-inch plate and turn it almost into like a 5.5-inch plate. Yes, it's got little points on either side, but hopefully it spreads it out a little bit better to get more surface area. So that one there, I think I put in the best place. I kind of was able to get a good weld on the bottom, the tops, and the side. And I think that's going to do as good as it's going to do. And we're going to come back probably tomorrow and start on the bumper. Now with the bumper, we can have 3-inch by 6-inch, 1/4-inch plate. So that's going to put us to about there. So then, yeah, hopefully that the plates, if this car starts to bend, the sheet metal will go in and the two plates will kind of touch, and hopefully it will act as one big plate once it gets going. I'm going to leave 1/2 inch in between the plates because I'm pretty sure that's the rules. I'll have to double check that tonight while I'm at work. But we're going to take this wire wheel tomorrow. We're going to clean off this entire frame. We're probably going to trim a lot of this front piece away so that we can kind of make it so that the bumper sits on there a little bit better. And we're going to go from there. But there is one thing that I do want to do before I put the bumper on, and that is I'm allowed to put mesh in front of the rad support. So I do have a large sheet of mesh. I asked my buddy to maybe cut out some letters I can weld onto it, like a Zacks Workshop logo, or maybe I'll just have to, oh, my flashlight just died. Maybe I'll have to steal my Camry logo and weld into it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's my plan for that, is get the whole front end ready for tomorrow. We got the plates on it. I just want to make sure that nothing's going to catch fire once I leave, because that's all I need in life right now is half my property burning to the ground. It's pretty smoky in here, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, buddy, this thing's going to be nasty. I can't wait. So thanks for watching, everybody. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's just welding 4 plates on the frame, but the spots I kind of picked were super important. And I did talk to the promoter, as you guys seen probably in the last video. I'm not allowed any plates to help hold the rear bumper on, so that's as good as she gets there, bud. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here later on Zacks Workshop. Take care, and hopefully you guys can see this thing run here shortly. Hopefully it passes tech, because I want it to be good, you know. I don't want to go there and be an underdog. I want to go there and be like one of these guys that have a chance of winning. So thanks for watching, guys. See you back here later.